Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video for the new moon in Libra. For those who are new, it's great to have you here. I do have an introductory video if you want to know how to get the most out of these readings. It's not necessary, but it is a wonderful tool for you if you feel called to watching that. For those who are not new, hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure to be here to support all of you, and I'm so excited to get into these readings for this new moon. So let's talk a little bit about what the new moon energy is. So the new moon is when it's a beginning phase. So this is the beginning of the energies of Libra, because the new moon is happening in the sign of Libra. The Libra archetype, as we discussed in the Libra solar readings, if you did not watch your reading for the Libra season, I do recommend going ahead and doing that. There's a lot of valuable information there. You may have more than one reading, and it was just a really fun connection with the Super Attractor deck affirmations. So the Libra archetype, if you didn't watch the Libra solar season readings, is all about balance. It's about relationships, beauty, harmony, and diplomacy. So it's the archetype of the scales. That's the symbol of the Libra vibration. So when we're talking about this newness, this new energy, this new vibration, it's going to be in the realm of the Libra archetype. There's going to be a new balance, new diplomacy, new harmony, new relationships that are going to be supported with this lunar phase. So the lunar phase will go from the time that the new moon happens on September 25th till when the next new moon happens on October 25th. So this is the cycle that we're talking about here. So when I say the lunar phase, this is what I'm talking about. The lunar phase that we're in right now is from September 25th to October 25th. So the new moon is going to be happening at 5:54 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be happening in 2 degrees, 49 minutes of Libra. There's going to be 2 readings for everybody. Their first reading is going to align for where the moon was when you were born. So on your birth chart, you're going to be looking for this symbol, and you're going to be looking for which sign this symbol of the crescent moon is in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, have no fear. I also created a tutorial video for how to find your birth information on astro.com. It's a really powerful tutorial. It is about a 20-minute video, but once you watch it, I feel that you'll be more connected to your chart. You'll be able to look at it with confidence and be able to find some of these things, these planets, these orientations that maybe you hadn't known before. If you have questions after you watch that video, please let me know. So you're going to be watching the video for where your moon was when you were born, and you're going to be watching for the house that Libra 2 degrees 49 minutes occurs in your chart. Again, if that doesn't make sense, don't worry. I talk about how to read the degree points on a birth chart in this video. So you want to watch these 2 videos, where the moon was when you were born, where Libra is right now when the new moon happens, because that's the area of our lives that's going to be most affected by this new energy. This Libra archetype is focusing us in this one house, wherever it was when you were born. So this is an important alignment for you as well. Don't worry if you're not in the right video right now. You can go look that up and then go navigate to the right video. You can skip through this introduction because they're all the same. All right. Let me see what else we have here before we dive in. Yes. So if you want to support me, there's many ways to do that. I have a chakra meditation service. It's a weekly meditation on a different chakra every week, and it's only $14.40 a month. It's on the app WhatsApp, so you do have to have that in order to access the meditations. You can sign up at devotedandvulnerable.com/services, which is also how you can find any of my other services. I am going to be offering individual card readings coming up here soon, so just contact me if you are interested in those. You can also like, comment, and share this video to support me. And you can contribute financially at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description if you feel called to offer up a financial contribution for this guidance that's coming through. All right, my loves, let's get into your individual readings. So this video is for you if the moon was in Aquarius when you were born, and or if 2 degrees 49 minutes of Libra shows up in your 11th house. Welcome in. We're going to be getting guidance from the Fairy Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish. So if you haven't already called in your support team, you can do that now, taking a few deep breaths and opening your heart to receive the guidance that's most aligned for you at this time. Ooh, interesting. This card just came up. It's coming up again. Carry me home. Support, time to be carried. Allow others to help. So let us read what this means. The number on here is 27, so this number may show up as confirmation of this message for you. True love is a dance of giving and receiving, and this time it is your turn to receive, to be carried, and to be supported. So expect someone to make your concerns their concerns. Feel and know the love of the fairies through the intense love of another, which is peaceful and soothing to the soul. Feel their strength and love, and feel the sweetness of allowing their support, close embrace, and delicious submission to love. This is such a beautiful, simple message, and I'm really happy to deliver it again to you. It just came up for Capricorns and the 10th house. So spoiler if that's your house alignment. But this is such a beautiful message. We're in the season of Libra, which is all about balance. And this is about balancing the giving that you've been giving and inviting you into the receiving. It can be hard for us to let ourselves be carried because we can look at ourselves as weak when we let ourselves be carried. But there's something here for you to learn, to experience. It's this deep love of the fairies, of your support team that's coming through another person. So you get to open your heart to this being carried energy, this surrendering to the love of another, to trusting another to place your concerns as their own. Let it be the vision of their heart, the concerns of your heart. And to do that, you need to express. So this also reminds me of the energy of polarity, which is a relationship practice that I engage in. And so if you're unfamiliar with it, it is the energy of each partner choosing a pole, a magnetic pole. They're choosing the masculine pole or they're choosing the feminine pole. The masculine pole is the giving pole, and the feminine pole is the receiving pole. So you're being invited into the feminine receptive energy, regardless of whether you're male or female, regardless of whether you are wanting to embody the masculine in your relationship or not. The attraction between two people is sustained when one is in one vibration and the other is in the other. Think of a magnet. When two positive poles go at each other, they're going to repel each other. Same thing with two negative poles. But when a positive and a negative get together, there's the attraction. So that is the energy that we're also talking about here, that it's time for you to allow your feminine expression to be received by and supported by someone else's devotion. And if you have questions on that, you can go to my website. There's a couple blogs on the main page that talk about polarity. There's an audiobook on the page that details the practice. It's actually narrated by my partner, and I edited the audio. So we helped create that after we read the book and started practicing it in our lives, and have been practicing it for 2 years now. That's all I'm going to really say about that practice, but I did mention it with the last card, and since it came up again, I really felt Like I needed to mention it. Okay. So if you're here for the house energies and alignment message, please scroll ahead to that. We're going to get into the moon energy. So the moon was in Aquarius when you were born. The moon represents your emotions, and the sign that it was in represents how your emotions express. Your emotions express themselves through the Aquarian archetype, which is very clever, original, inventive, rebellious, and humanitarian. So this is an air sign, and it's fixed air. It's fixed intellect, and it's a very it's probably actually the hardest emotional alignment, moon alignment, that there is in the zodiac, because it's very intellectual based. It's the energy of analyzing the emotions rather than being present in them, which is just its own journey, and there's nothing right or wrong with it. But you're being invited into this emotional vulnerability, into allowing yourself to be supported by others, allowing someone to devote themselves to you. And that may feel very uncomfortable, especially with this Aquarius moon, but that makes it even more important. Remember, this is a new moon. This is a new energy. This is a new exploration for you. And you're going to be receiving the gifts of this being carried home that is being offered to you through a lover or through a partner, through a family member, perhaps. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship that this is coming through, although it is indicated by this card that it is. I'm just tapping in to see if there's any more advice here. I really feel like it's complete. It's very simple, very sweet. I love the energy of this. So just lean into this, like he's carrying her home and she's just relaxing on him, and he's so happy to be there. Like, recognize that it's a gift for someone to devote to you, that they're getting their own message, their own medicine from being able to step up and devote. I mentioned the polarity, and one thing that my partner has really expressed as we've dived into this dynamic is he is being encouraged to grow through his devotion to me and through my surrender to letting him carry me. There has been much growth for me too. So it's not just that you're burdening another person. So if that's like where your mind goes, know that that's not the truth. You're inviting that person to step into a masculine role and energy and give and devote, which has its own medicine, and you're being invited to let go of your control, to let go of your need to do, to feel valuable, to feel worthy, your need to control, and just letting yourself be carried. Your self-worth might come from giving to others, so it might be challenged when you are stepping into the receptive role, but it's necessary for you. It's time for you. This is a cycle and a phase for you to do that, and it might just be this lunar phase, especially if you're someone who really prefers to embody the masculine archetype, the giving energy. It may just be for this lunar phase that you're being invited to step into the receptive role, or it may be a more permanent shift. You know for you what is most aligned. Yes? Go ahead and check out your house alignment, because that'll give you more information about where else in your life, where specifically this person is carrying you, which part of your life is this focused more directly. And until the next video, and as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors that universal light within you. Namaste. So this new moon is pinging your 11th house. The house energy is the where of this story, of this cycle. So where this is really focusing for you is in the house of friendships, community, wishes, charity, groups, and earned money. So when it comes to being carried, you may be in a group that has a humanitarian focus, and you may need to be receiving support from that group as you move forward in this endeavor. It may also be that the groups that you've been giving to are giving back to you, and you're being invited to be very generous and very gracious as you receive this support from those that you have previously given to, as you allow this dynamic to shift. This is the energy of earned money as well. So you may have been really giving a lot of your money away, and you may actually be earning a lot of money just putting yourself in this receptive mode. You may be receiving finances as well from whatever energies you've been giving into, or it may come from your partner. Let me tap in here too. It's also, so this specifically is less about a lover and more about friends because of the area that this is occurring for you. So let your friends carry you. Let yourself be carried by those that you've given to, those who are stepping up, those who are showing up to say, hey, I got this. I got you. I want to take the lead here. Let them take the lead. Let yourself be in the receptive mode of their friendship, of their devotion, of whatever it is that you guys are doing together. Particularly also when it comes to community work, let yourself be supported in this area of your life. Let yourself receive. That's really the message that I have coming through for you, my 11th house. I don't have much more to add here. It's such a simple, sweet vibration of surrender. Remember that your emotional reading also applies to your friends, to your service work, your humanitarian work that you do, the community and groups that you are involved in. And maybe also be just a group that you're involved in, not community, not humanitarian focused. Could just be like a hobby group. But there's somebody in that group wanting to lead and you're being asked to be carried instead of being in the lead. Okay. Remember, again, like I was saying, that the emotional energy is also happening in this area of your life. If you have problems or trouble integrating the two messages, please reach out to me. I'll give you my insight on how that aligns. Comment. Let me know how this resonates. Follow up. Let me know how this played out for you. And until the next video, and as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.